2, 1. Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to CBD Properties Channel. We will have our every Saturday 2:30 p.m. Sharing for the property market, some property locations, and today we are going a little bit further, going to Perth, Australia. And we have a special guest with us, Wishing Ng. He will be us sharing about this 5 reason investing in Perth, Australia. So let's welcome Wishing to the studio. Wow.
Hi,
Wishing.
hi everyone. My name is Wishing Ng.
Hi.
And good to be here today.
Yes.
Share about my thoughts about investing in Perth.
Yep. So Wishing, maybe you can tell us a little bit your experience in the property line, or also your experience in Perth. Yeah.
I think I started living in Perth back in the 80s, late 80s. I studied my degree, and then I came back to Malaysia. And in between there, I've been traveling very often to Australia, specifically Perth, because I have families there, and my parents also there staying, and they love it there. And with that, because of exposure to the local real estate market, therefore I also play a role in contributing for information for investor who is interested to invest in Perth.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So yourself has been living there for quite some years, in Perth itself.
I would say since 85 till technically before the MCO, because I was in Perth just Chinese New Year, and this year Chinese New Year, and then came back and I was with my families and my parents there.
Right. So besides Perth, have you stayed in Sydney or Melbourne before?
I did travel to those places. I have relatives and staying in Sydney and also in Melbourne. I've been there. Comparatively, Perth is much more smaller city compared to Melbourne. Population wise, it's lower, and the whole greater Perth is around 2 million population, which is a very vast piece of land in whole West Australia compared to Victoria and New South Wales. It's a very different kind of economical background and socio-economic.
Yeah. So yes, Perth. If I haven't been to Perth, I've been to Melbourne and Sydney. So Perth is something new to me as well. So but I have been heard a lot of my friends and also some investors actually, they have already started to investing in Perth. So today we have Wishing here today, and also he will be sharing with us the 5 reasons to invest in Perth. Okay. So let's start with the topic. Before that, let's engage with our crowd first. Welcome back here today. Our every Saturday 2:30 p.m. today. We will share about 5 reasons about investing in Perth. All right. Okay.
According to your titles, I would suppose that what I would like to share is looking into Perth as an investor perspective. What will be the good elements to consider investing in Perth? First and foremost, the first reason I find, to me personally, I felt that the natural reserve environment in Perth especially is invaluable. Perth is a Mediterranean weather terrain, and what it says, if you do a Google search, there's only a handful of places on Earth actually have Mediterranean weather. What it says also is actually indicate that the type of crops, the type of fruits, but the most significant one is the olive trees, where it can. And the olive tree is a very highly productive trees where it produces olives, and it can turn into oil, and it can turn
Yeah.
into fruits and something like that. And
Yes.
of course, because of the weather, you get the similar kind of plants and fruits and vegetables similar to those Europe country around the Mediterranean Sea. So in terms of by knowing that the weather itself is amazing,
Yeah.
it's really nice, especially during the spring and the autumn. The temperature is around 18, ranging from 18 to 23. It's really cooling and windy, and it's very, very comfortable feeling, and it's dry. The only time that is wet is during the winter. So that itself gives you a perspective of a living environment that you will not experience it in Southeast Asia, which is the the climate in Malaysia and
Yeah.
in Singapore, instance, stuff like that.
Correct.
And given that the natural location geography of Perth is the same timeline as
Yeah.
from all the way from Beijing all to Hong Kong to Malaysia down to Perth, it's all one same timeline. So that will give a very good uh, indication of in business
Yeah.
or in communication that we were on the same time. So
Yeah.
there's no time difference, and the distance of traveling is very at ease because it's only 5 hours flight from KL, 4.5 from Singapore, 8 hours from Guangzhou.
Yeah.
Okay, so food wise is abundance of I love the fruits in Perth, the oranges.
Yeah.
During the seasons of in April, that's where the autumn is actually the opposite side of the northern atmosphere.
Yeah.
So the harvesting is in April. There you have plenty of fruits. The nectarines is beautiful. The peaches are beautiful. The avocados, you name it, all the nutritious fruits is available.
And the price is
abundance. Yeah,
the
and
price is reasonable, right?
yeah,
Right?
very, very, very cheap. You can get one avocado for $1 Aussie compared
Oh.
to 7 ringgit here. So it's practically double.
Yes.
Okay, and yeah, then there's abundance of seafood because Perth is a seaport. It's a
Yep.
seaport to the Indian Ocean, and you get abundance of lobsters, fishes, any type of fishes, the ocean trout, the sea salmons, and the tuna, really abundant. And also talk about beef and lamb.
Yeah.
Is all the farming is so rich and big here.
Okay. This remind me of my time traveling to Melbourne and Sydney. Yeah, the food is amazing.
Yeah,
Especially
I
the
mean,
seafood.
that's why the culture of barbecue,
Yeah.
they call it the Barbie. The
Barbie.
weekend barbecue is so is a way of life. Outdoor barbecue is a way of life in Perth. And I still remember those uni years that during the summers, we actually went to go into the sea where near the reef and we can catch abalones.
Yeah.
The live abalones, and then of course if you know how to cook it, that is beautiful. Oh yeah, basically that's invaluable.
Yes.
Invaluable natural environment to encourage people to fall in love and stay.
Yeah, and that is a reason why there's a lot of people actually choose a retirement in their retirement in Perth. Yes.
Yeah. So then, of course, come with this is what is the lifestyle, but the economy. We're going to go for the second reason is the economy driving the West Australia economy is mining industry. It's really big. We have gold, we have iron ore, alumina, bauxite, also copper and nickel mine, and oil and gas as well. Natural gas is abundance as well offshore.
So it's abundance of mineral resources there.
Yeah, and once you look into this, you kind of understand that these are the giants industry. They don't operate in a small way, and the
Yeah.
mines here are open cut mines in a way that the cost of extraction is one of the lowest in the world.
Wow.
So, and then not only that, the production of extraction is also the highest in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually paved the way that the industry will always be big and
Mm-hmm.
abundant.
Yeah.
And that goes that is why a lot of major international or world headquarters of the mining company are based in Perth.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, company
Right.
like Rio Tinto and company like BHP Billiton.
Mm-hmm.
If you can Google them, they are giants. They are world
Yeah.
giants.
So the Australia, the government is actually welcoming this kind of company
Definitely,
to invest in,
definitely.
right? Okay.
West Australian government are very diligence in
Mm.
managing the mining industry by
Right.
not over exploring, and they will explore managing the exploration. At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, they also try to maintain the growth of the industry to get the sustainability of economy within the states.
Right.
By saying that, we go to the third point, which is to do with the infrastructure, where the state government are
Mm.
actually have initiated 5 to 6 years ago on
Mm-hmm.
expansion on infrastructure to cater
Okay.
for the growth in this industry. For example, building a new highways linking to
Mm-hmm.
major mining cities to the port, and also expansions of international airports from Terminal 1 now up to three terminals
Mm-hmm.
within airports. Um, and you have expansion, new hospitals being built.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I mean, I don't know whether it is being planned or not, but it's so timely that all these hospitals already in place, especially during the pandemic, which comes in very handy.
Yeah.
Okay, at the moment, as you can, well, just to sidetrack a bit with the
Mm-hmm.
current pandemic situation, West Australia has been the best managed against the
Mm-hmm.
nation.
Wow.
This is partly because contributed by the infrastructure investment by the state government as well.
Right.
Yeah. Um, so understanding from this infrastructure,
Mm.
because of the the mining industry is a world class platform or operating on a world class platform. So eventually, this infrastructure will further enhance the
Mm-hmm.
economy and bring the robustness of the industry so that it will withstand any future downtrend as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So by doing that, also it will give you a very good implication that the job creation is always there. It's
Yep.
always in the state in the priorities of the state governments. So
True.
that also provide a very good element of understanding that the ever improving and upgrading our infrastructure will governs the economy growth
Yeah.
and is a good reference for investors to consider. Okay.
Good.
And of course, then that will lead to another area which I find
Mm-hmm.
that is really complementing the growth of the industry is the
Mm-hmm.
infrastructure ecosystem. The ecosystem of the industry, which includes the education systems,
Mm.
besides the health industry, but the
Yep.
education industry, where the universities in Perth have centric mostly on mining industry as well, where
Oh.
they actually cultivating and training provide graduates
Mm-hmm.
who can contribute immediately to the mining industry and also innovations within the mining industry.
Yeah.
So that ecosystem actually will kind of supporting each other,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
whereby not only from preserving the growth of the industry, but also the social economy of the whole Perth.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, so that's I find that this is the fourth element which is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
very important because
Yeah.
Perth mining industry have to keep on sustain on a world-class platform,
Mm-hmm.
whereby cost effectiveness, innovations, and such
Mm-hmm.
have to be
Yeah.
continuing.
I think the government is really doing a very good
Forward-looking,
planning.
very forward-looking,
Overall,
and
yeah,
yes.
to take care of overall every sector of the especially the mineral is the resources is come from the mineral. Then they yeah.
yes,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
So lastly, the last point that I can think of,
Mm,
which will benefit investor, is to understand that the culture in Perth is becoming more metropolitan and
mm-hmm,
multicultural level. It has
mm-hmm,
already elevated to a multicultural level.
mm-hmm.
And I was there since 1985. I have seen the the kind of culture being changed in
Yeah.
Perth. Used to be a very small Chinatown, now become expanded, township, and you can see more and more Asian influence in the
Mm-hmm,
culture in Perth. And
mm-hmm.
the beauty part of is that the residents of in Perth in West Australia are willing and ready to intervene this culture merging, so
Yeah.
that they are benefiting not only knowing the learning from the different culture, but they are actually expanding their networking out from Perth to international. Now,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of round it up, like West Australia economy are very heavily depending on mining industry, where it actually contributed 41 to 45% of the nation GDP.
Wow.
And given there's only 2 million population,
Yeah.
also the productivity per head is very, very high. And this is
Oh.
the result of the ecosystem that actually being
Wow. It's very
enhanced.
productive per
Yes,
person.
yes. And
Mhm,
given that, so that Perth has a very a kind of immune from the local downside economy. Let's say, for example,
mm,
if you can understand, Victoria and New South Wales, they are more on commercial, they are more on used to be manufacturing, but the
mhm.
manufacturing, because of high labor costs, most of the things are all imported. All the car industry has already shut down in Australia, and all the cars are more imported at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So they are more driven by the financial market,
Mhm,
by agriculture, by agriculture and food, and education and tourism,
mhm.
and of course, the other one is real estate as well. But
Ah,
when the element of affecting the economy on the east, it doesn't actually apply to Perth, apply to
mm,
West Australia, because more or less West Australia is working on its own ecosystem,
mm,
which have a direct heartbeat to the world
mhm.
heartbeat of economy. You
Wow.
know,
It,
because
it's
of
so
its
called.
link of exporting. Yeah,
Mhm,
just to give you some illustration, that since 1985, at that time, there's only Southeast Asia flights to Perth, Singapore,
mhm.
Kuala Lumpur, maybe Bangkok, Indonesia, of course, Indonesia, Bali,
Yeah.
especially. Now we are looking at flights from Hong Kong, from Guangzhou, from Shanghai,
Mhm,
and all these are indications of the influences of a Perth economy with linkage with the international economy.
wow.
So that gives you a perspective that the growth and the potential in Perth compared to Eastern Sydney is quite different. It's quite different.
Mhm,
So
yeah.
yeah, that can
Mhm.
be a consideration for investors
It's
to look into.
like a so-called a self-sustaining.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it, yeah, it does projecting that part of it.
Mhm,
Yes, it does. But still, the backbone behind it is very different from the Eastern State. The backbone here is
mhm.
purely mineral. I mean, just to look at the situation of the
Mm.
global economy now, gold price has passed 2,000 yesterday or day
Yes.
before, 2,000 US dollars per ounce. that will translated how much gold reserve they have in West Australia and how much wealth they have.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
itself, I mean, it's a very simple mathematic,
true,
but then,
true.
then that will also tells you the amount of businesses of gold trades from
Mm-hmm.
Australia, from West Australia, in fact.
Mm-hmm. All
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Right.
Well, during this period of time, like the pandemic is happening worldwide. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how does this pandemic actually impacting the Perth?
As
Yeah.
yeah, as a general in Australia is very bad. As we know,
Mm.
there's a second wave that is happening
Yeah.
now as we
Yeah.
speak. Yesterday count was 715 new cases,
Mm-hmm.
but out of it, West Australia only have one out of
Mm-hmm.
750. Now, when I've been tracking this situation, pandemic in West Australia because I have families there.
Yeah.
Apparently, the West Australia has been very proactive in managing the pandemics, and also they are the one who initiated closed border
Mm-hmm.
of eastern state visiting West Australia,
Okay.
and they have a very strict border control, even interstates. So
Wow.
to prevent the pandemic,
The spread.
into West Australia from spreading
Yeah.
from eastern states to West Australia. So they have very, very, very good premier,
Mm-hmm.
Mark McGovern, who actually have been proactive in protecting the West Australian at the moment. So, in that sense, that the West Australian are very conservative and yet very into preserving the life and nature. So
Wow.
that gives you the warrants that why are they doing so well. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying the rest of the Australian are not, but then again,
Mm-hmm.
could be the policy making is very, very different. But fortunately,
Yeah.
what we can see here, yeah, they did very well. They are managing it very, very well. I
Mm-hmm.
have friends who travel back to Australia. They are being quarantined 14 days before they're being released back into their
Mm-hmm.
training their families.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Similar to Malaysia. Yeah.
yeah, very
Well.
similar. That is why I think in that sense, they are pretty much close in terms of managing pandemic
Mm-hmm.
as in Malaysia as well.
Mm-hmm. Then
Okay.
how about does it impact the economy, the the market in Perth?
Oh, obviously, because of the restrictions of traveling and air
Yeah.
travels,
Mm-hmm.
overseas visitors definitely down to almost zero, um,
Yeah.
except those homecoming residents who's joining them. Now, across the world,
Mm-hmm.
definitely real estate properties are all on a downtrend
Yes.
basis.
Yes.
Um, Perth has recorded a downtrend of at least 20 to 25%.
Wow.
Depends on which segment, but definitely all across the board. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing is, what as an investor, what will be your position when you want to make an investment? What is the what? How do you see a position to go in? Is
Yes.
when you go when it's high or when it's low? To
Yes.
me, it's only logic that you will go in when it's low.
Yes. Definitely.
Given that the situation of the vaccines may be quite high
Mm-hmm.
potentially, everybody, all the countries are racing to get the vaccine out.
Yeah.
So I will presume conservatively, let's say another 8 months maybe, into
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is going
Yeah.
towards the beginning of next year. By
Yeah.
having then knowing that the vaccine will be in the vicinity of 8 months,
Yeah.
that probably will give you an indication that property may actually or will almost certain will
Mm.
actually have a surge
Yes.
when the vaccine is being declared,
Yes.
being used. So positioning, timing to go into the market, I think the best time is now because
Yeah.
this will be the few months for you to negotiate to have a search of the what you want to invest, what budgeting yourself, how to invest, and
Yeah.
given. But one thing I have to be cautious on investors that whoever
Mm.
wants to invest in Perth, you need to invest in cash terms, because the Australia has stopped financing foreign investors since 2015. That will be
Okay.
the time. So from then, a lot of like in Malaysia, what I know, the local Malaysian bank were able to finance Malaysia purchaser
Right.
for that. But apparently, because of pandemic and because of
Mm-hmm.
devaluation of properties, I think banks are actually refraining from processing the application at the moment.
Right. Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean,
Must be
in a
buy
way,
in
for those,
cash.
yeah. But then again, if you look into the timing and the situation, only though
Yeah.
this situation will only benefit those that have the cash to
Yes.
go into the market, and that
Exactly.
this is the opportunity. Yeah. So yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
tonight actually I prepared some materials to be
Mm-hmm.
shared. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to pick on a suburb called East Perth.
Mm-hmm.
Why I choose that? Because I find that
Sorry.
somewhere this East Perth is where I'm very familiar with it at the moment. I can be very biased, but then again, I will only tell you what is comfortable
Mm-hmm.
to me. And for a fact, the information provided at the screen now
Yeah.
by REWA, which is the Real Estate Institute of Western Australia, is
Mm-hmm.
uh, is the institute to govern all the real estate agents. Now, this information is actually released by REWA is to give a general description about East Perth, which is a tranquil waterside village,
Mm-hmm.
which naturally will tell you that this is one of the best place to be a residential area.
Mm-hmm. So this
And
is
it
the
had,
Swan River, right?
yeah, if you can
Right.
see the spot, yeah, you see the East Perth is actually right at the turning of the Swan River
Mm-hmm. So this
from
is the Swan.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right, from the CBD on the which is about 1 to 2 kilometers away from the CBD, which is the closest, one of the closest to the CBD. And
Okay.
and
The
this
CBD is at the Elizabeth Quay side, right?
Yes, exactly. Now,
Mm-hmm.
East Perth is very linked to CBD by public transport, just a
Mm-hmm.
ride which is free of charge for all the residents of East Perth.
Mm-hmm.
And this is privilege being as a residents of East Perth.
Mm-hmm.
The more important of this information here released officially by REWA, this is dated on the 27th of July, which is very recent, about a week plus ago, 2 weeks ago. There's a growth of apartments sales, which is 19% of growth. So these are official figures. So it's an indication that now this is only the local um, purchasing numbers. That means the Australian, because most of the foreigner can't actually engage in the purchase unless they can do it via internet, which we can do it now. So these are the actual numbers being transacted officially. And I like to also show you the rental data of the
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
this is a rental also officially released by REWA.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, these are the numbers. The one bedded one, you're looking at 343 per week. This is the
Okay.
official rental rates being quoted in the market, as
Mm-hmm.
there's 52 weeks in a year. So if you
Mm.
multiply by 52, that will be the yearly
Oh.
rental.
Oh. So do
Or
they pay the rental per weekly
yes,
basis?
yes, they pay
Oh,
weekly. Or actually, they can pay monthly if they want to.
I
Then you
see.
just
I see.
multiply by
It's like
4.
a advance like that, lah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is their culture. But the
Mm-hmm.
more important, if you look at the data carefully,
Yeah.
and this is the one that circles is actually the East Perth medium, which is the average price. But on the right, there's another column which is the metro region
Mm-hmm.
compared to other suburbs around the CBD. East Perth
Mm-hmm.
is higher the reason given basically is the location is very good. The amenities around East Perth is fantastic for the residents, and accessibility to the CBD, accessibility to the parks, accessibility to the shoppings and stuff like that is so very, very convenient. That's
Right.
why it can govern the price, which is higher than the rest of the metropolitan.
So
And
can I
yeah,
ask, like, the metro region and the suburb medium, that one, right? Like approximately how far are they?
this is the metro region is those suburbs that is also around CBT on other
Mm,
directions. So you'll be talking about West Perth, North Perth, things like that. Yeah,
Okay,
comparative.
the suburb medium one is at right at the center of the CBD lah.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Wow. So that
Okay.
is quite high, actually, in
Yeah.
CBD area.
Okay. Then I like to show. Yes, this is the photos that a very good angle of photos that looking into East Perth, where on the left hand side is the Swan River, the famous river. On the front, the bottom front of the photo is Fraser Point, a very famous uh, eatery, restaurants, high-end restaurants, F&B area where people can enjoy the evening with the river views. There is also recreational activity around the same complex, and it's only a walking distance to the East Perth. And you can
Right.
see on the middle left side, there's a green pasture of the rectangle shape. That is
Yeah.
Langley Park, and used to be the first airport for Perth. And that is a Class A1 reserve, which there will not be any development in the future. It's being gazetted. So it's forever will be a green pasture.
Wow. That means
Yeah.
you're
And then you can
facing the
see
green part first, then you will see the river.
yeah, exactly. And it's a non-blocking view. Later, I will show you one of the recommended properties that I have. I have
Okay.
the river view. Yeah, you
Okay.
can see on the side of the park is all the skyline high-end
Yeah.
apartments. Okay, that's the cream. That's the cream.
Right.
Okay, so now I like to move on. Just for tonight, I have prepared one of the very famous, the biggest apartment developers in West Australia. Is called Finbar Group Limited. They are a listed company in Australia Stock Exchange, and they are the biggest, and they built most of the expensive apartments along the Langley Park, which you can see the skyline.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Okay. So the one that the one that the project is actually right in the center here. This one, right? This is the
Yeah.
one. Right?
So what I'm going to show you the latest completed one. Just over less than a year, just completed, and actually they are about 90% sold. Which I like to recommend because there are still units available, just being released out. Which I find that it can be a very good entry point for new investors who are not very who are new to Perth. It's not very, very pricey, and yet it's a very upmarket feature properties. Okay, I would like to share this video clip to start off so that you have a very good idea. It's a video being made by the developers.
Yeah, remember to click the share audio.
Okay, sorry.
All right. So those who have just joined us this live show, so we have Wishing here to share with us the 5 reasons of investing in Perth. So we have gone through the five points earlier, and now Wishing is going to showcase us a project that is he's currently working on. So yep, the video is ready. Let's play it.
Live by the beautiful riverside. Live by the vibrant city. Live by peaceful parks and gardens. Live by thriving sporting venues. Live by all of this at Finbar's View Tower, East Perth. Set on the banks of the Foreshore River Reserve, there's everything to enjoy about the natural surrounds. You're within striking distance of Perth's new gateway to the city at Elizabeth Quay. You're also within easy reach of the upcoming Waterbank precinct, the Riverside redevelopment, Perth Stadium and Crown. And it's a walk or a free bus ride away from new and expansive retail and restaurant precincts within the city and Northbridge. And just a stroll from your apartment, East Perth is also home to some of the city's finest dining options, cafes and bars such as Amuse, Heirloom, Toast and The Royal. The spacious apartments start from just $375,000 for one bed and $495,000 for two, boasting beautiful high ceilings, European appliances and quality finishings throughout. And if it's a resort lifestyle you're after, then View Tower ticks all the boxes with its first-class facilities. Take time for a gym workout and then relax in the sauna before enjoying a cocktail outside by the pool. The landscape deck offers the perfect entertaining venue, or you can chill in the barbecue cabana or games room. Rising majestically to 34 levels on Adelaide Terrace, View Tower is central to everything Perth, occupying an area steeped in 200 years of history, connecting the old city with the new. In just the past 10 years alone, East Perth has experienced a huge transformation with population growth and development. Positioned in an area set for substantial public investment over the next few years, View Tower is an ideal investment opportunity. Rental returns for the suburb outperform the rest of Perth and other major Australian cities. So now's the time to invest in a property literally on the doorstep of the city, but without the expected price tag. With so many enviable opportunities at your fingertips, river views at almost every turn, and premium city access at an affordable price, Finbar's View Tower really does offer a lifestyle unequaled.
Right. Okay. Welcome back. Hey, wow, it's very nice property. It's really at the center of the at the Swan River there, right? All right.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
It is. So now I'm going to show you the website information of the property so that you can have a very good view of the internal of the property. Just before I show you, I like. Oh, okay. All right. Where are we?
Okay. Yeah, this is the view of the property.
Okay. Let me go back to the front.
It's really.
Okay, this is one of the. Yeah, this is the. Hang on. Sorry. Pardon me. I'm still learning how to use this pen to walk through video. Is it clear on your side?
Yeah, it's clear.
That's the entrance. And this is a two-bedded unit. It comes with a bench top, tables, all these standards.
Yeah, all is included.
All is included. Okay. We can actually view it from different angle. It's a very high quality product, and all the appliances are actually Bosch brand from Germany.
Right.
Okay. Amazing, huh? We can view this unit without going there physically, but it is beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay,
meaning we can actually, for those that are interested to buy, we still can like go through the
yeah,
online to purchase it, right?
yeah. And
Okay.
also, there's these are the ovens, the hobs, and the microwave ovens here.
Mm-hmm.
You have a dishwasher only for two-bedded unit.
Oh, okay.
And every two-bedded or single-bedded unit, all the units comes with one car park and one storeroom.
Mm-hmm.
Is ranging from 1 meter square to 2 meters square in the
Mm-hmm.
car park level, so that you can store any of your others, you know, things down in the car park.
Additional.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go out to the. This is a living, and we'll go straight out to the balcony.
Mm-hmm. It's a river view unit.
This is the river view. This is the
Wow.
impeccable forever view.
No,
Of
no,
the
no, future
There's
development
no
in front.
nothing. On the
Right.
right, this building here on the right is
Mhm.
actually the Hyatt Hotel.
Hyatt Hotel. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
Hyatt Hotel on the right. And it
Yeah.
also one of the headquarters of the mining company within the complex.
Mm-hmm.
And on the left-hand side, that's the Fraser Point. So it's only a walking distance to the Fraser Point, and you can actually
Yeah.
cycle. There's a lot of recreational
Mm.
activities in the complex as well.
Wow.
And this, just imagine how big is this balcony.
Yeah. It's really huge.
The reason why they have the balcony built in such a way, because the Australian weather is so nice that you tends to dine. Also, see the big
Wow.
dining table. You can during the spring and also the autumn, it's beautiful weather, temperature to have breakfast, to even lunch. Yeah. So because it is facing south, so
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
sun won't get you directly.
Yes. Wow.
Okay.
Very nicely, strategically located.
It's part of their lifestyle that Australian
Mhm.
love to
Yeah.
have outdoors.
But I
and
think this
coffee.
one is exceptionally. The view
Yeah.
is really
Okay.
great.
This is
Yeah.
the entrance walking to the two-bedroom.
Mhm.
First of all, we go to the bedroom 2. This is the bedroom 2 on the left. As you
Mhm.
can see, it has access to the same balcony.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk in. All the bedroom comes with a built-in wardrobe.
Mhm.
This is a built-in full mirror
Oh.
wardrobe.
Okay.
Okay. Then across the hallway is the bath, the common bathroom, and the bed for bed 2. And inside the same bathroom, they also built in the laundry, and a dryer is given, and
Okay.
it's laundry and a shower and
Mhm.
the toilet. And there's another door access to the living.
Mm.
This is
Okay. So all
this is,
this is included, right?
yeah,
The
included.
cabinets.
Yeah. All these fittings are all included. All
Mhm.
the cupboards as well. So now we go and have a look. I hope I'm not making you dizzy.
It's okay.
It's learning to pen this. Okay, this is the bedroom 1.
All
You can
right.
call it the master bedroom.
Master bedroom.
Now this one does not have the balcony. The room is bigger, and it has a direct view of the Swan River. So you wake up with the river view.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Can see greeneries and the river.
Yeah.
And the blue sky.
All the glass here are double glazed glass. What it means is this is a 7-star energy saving building. So to you, maybe for an investor, this is very critical for value preservation.
Yeah.
When you say 7-star, because this building has all glasses, including including the French door at the balcony or all double glaze, is
Oh.
to save energies during the summer so that the hot energy does not come into the unit. So you use less air conditioning. And then during the winter, you warm up the room with lesser energy because you isolate the coldness from the winter. So it's a 7-star energy rating, which actually preserve a lot of energy, especially electricity. This is the walk-in wardrobe for the bedroom one.
Right.
Only for the bedroom one. Okay, it's beautiful. And then, of course, there's the ensuite. It's a private ensuite bath. Okay.
Wow, quite huge.
So, yeah. And all these are included. All these
What
fittings,
is the size
including
of
the
this
lighting.
unit?
Sorry.
What is the size of this unit?
The lowest price for the 2-bedroom one
Size.
is around slightly below 500, all the way to 800, depends on the heights.
I mean the size.
Oh, the size, 82 square meter,
82
excluding balcony. Balcony is around 16 square.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Included the balcony, about 1,000 plus square feet.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, in Malaysia, as you know, balcony is practically useless because it's very hot temperature all year round. But in Australia, it's a usable area, so it's a very, very good build up for you to enjoy the combination between the indoor and the outdoors. Okay. So I like to close this.
Yeah, the X button.
It's not this one. Close. Okay.
Yeah.
I like to bring you to have a look at some of the photos around this building. This is the panoramic view of View Tower, and here is the Swan River, and here's the CBD, and this is the main trunk of Adelaide Terrace. Okay, there's another view. It's actually technically is part of the city skyline.
Wow.
And View Tower is one of the 2 property developed by Finbar that actually have a 24 hours concierge. So that means it's just like a hotel lobby. Somebody is there to serve you, to help you to carry stuff. Now, what you're looking at, this balcony is facing the north, where it's a different view. This is the Cracker Stadium for the cricket. And down here is the Crown Casino. And you still can see the other part of the Swan River on a higher level.
So both sides also have bigger unit and a smaller unit?
Yes. Yes. But most of the 1-bedroom one will be facing this, which is the north.
Towards the north.
And this is a single-bedded. The living, dining, and also 1 kitchen wall. Everything is on 1 wall, and this is the refrigerator recess for the fridge. That's the main door.
Okay, so the most that you need, or you need to get another fridge as well, and also furniture.
Yeah, fridge is not included. Yeah. This is also another layout type for single bed. You enter from here, and there's the fridge. That's the kitchen wall.
Oh.
This is furniture for them to put in a small dining table and the living. This area is around, including the room, is around 50 meters square. Excluding the balcony is also 16 meters square. Wow. So altogether about 66 meters square. Okay, this is the similar bedroom view from just now. That river facing. There's another type.
So there is a price difference between the river view and the other.
Definitely. I mean, as usual for any of the condominium properties or apartments. Okay. This is the pool, heated 25-meter heated pool with cabana. Yeah, heated pool. And this is a solar heated pool. You see, the solar actually tells you the energy saving features.
Yeah.
So in Australia, are very very environmental conscious
Yes.
communities. So energy saving is one of the key elements to values the properties. So the more star you are, you carry more values. So this is a good indication for investors to consider to preserve their investment.
Okay.
That's the lounge area for everyone to use, for all the residents, on the same floor as the pool. And it has a pantry here and a kitchen here if you want to organize a party. And there's a full equipped gym on the same floor as well, on the fourth floor. And there's a game room,
Wow.
very beautiful game room. And on the level 33, there is a sky lounge for residents to have a sweeping view of the CBD and the northern side, for them to enjoy. This is the view towards this is the Crown area, the Crown Casino area, and the stadium. This is a linking to a very famous new stadium.
Wow.
This is a sports stadium. It's a very famous sports stadium. And this is a cricket ground. That's the Optus Stadium, they call it.
Oh.
It's a new stadium.
Okay. So just now you're saying, because it's a like full-fledged facilities, right?
Yes.
So roughly, like, how much is the maintenance charges?
Maintenance is around Australian dollar, about 120 to 200 a month, depends on the size of your unit, and it's all documented in the strata, the strata levy in the contract.
Okay. Good.
Of course, these are showing the lifestyles around East Perth, all the good food. This is a very very posh area in East Perth.
Okay. Wow, it's really beautiful in that area. Yeah.
So this is a rundown of what is available in residence.
Okay. So whoever that is interested here, in this project, you can PM Wishing. There's his number here. All right. So he will be giving you some advice and how to go about it. Okay. So he has a direct contact with the developers there. So if you have any inquiries as well, you can call him at his number here listed below. Right.
Okay.
So sorry because I have a bit running nose today.
Okay. I will stop sharing now.
Yes. Okay. Any last advice before we end this session here for those who really want to look into investing in Perth?
I have been doing Perth apartment investment for Malaysian investors since 2014. 2013 actually, end of 2013. And the thing I experienced, of course, those days you still can get financing from Australia Bank. Then later, after that, there is a Malaysian bank. I'm sure the Malaysian bank will actually, after the pandemic situation, I'm sure Malaysian bank will revive. The bank has pulled themselves out of the market basically because of uncertainties. When the certainty is there already, I'm sure they will still come in. But then again, that is why my advice for Perth investors is you really need to look at the long term rather than short term return. But if you have the intention to invest and later to consider maybe you want to retire there or you want to stay there for a longer time. Let's say, for example, you can have a choice of staying there for about alternate 2 weeks during the good months, the autumn or the spring. You can fly there and stay there because it's only 5 hours. And mind you, Perth is a golf paradise. Yeah, it is. It is during the best month. They can play golf without even sweating. That's how. So I mean, they can actually fly there on a Friday, play 2 rounds of golf, and then have good seafood and fly back. So you can have this kind of lifestyle.
Really enjoying.
Way. I mean, given there's only a 5 hours flight, rather than you have to go anywhere to enjoy this kind of weather. This is an opportunity that you can capitalize. So investor will have a very wide range of options. Whether when they buy a property, not necessarily they want to collect the rent for about 4 to 5% of a return. It's good for those investors who are earning much less in their own country. Then might as well they invest in it, right?
Correct.
So, but in terms of stability of law and order, the contractual law and everything, Australia has proven to be a very stable country to be in.
Yes.
So you're rest assured that will not have any fluctuations or uncertainties. So not much of things of a risk side. The only thing is when do you want to come in? That it will be the crucial deciding which I find that this golden window is just being opened.
Yeah, and like what you say, you have to go in at the low time, not at the high time.
Exactly. I mean, you go after when the market is hot. I mean, for investor, especially properties, you can't just cash out overnight. So you have to pick the right timing. Okay.
Okay. Really, thank you.
I hope I have helped to for some people to think about.
It's a very good information here today. Well, if you have any further question, right? So because we have run out of time now, so you can also save down Wishing's number. You can PM him, ask him anything about investing in Perth, and also this view project that he's just showed us just now. Right. So thank you, Wishing, for your time today, and thanks for all the viewers here that you have joined us. All right, so we have come to an end today. Yeah, so remember to catch up for next week CBD Properties Channel every Saturday 2:30 p.m. Right, so I will see you next week. Thank you, Wishing once again.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you, guys.
Pleasure, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.